Hello my loves, welcome to my channel Taylor Fitness, Ash on the mat. I am Ash, I'm on my mat ready to go, and roll out your mat and we'll get started. We've got a glutes workout today, so a nice bit of booty burn. We're going to start on hands and knees. We're going to have a little bit of distance between the knees and with the hands right beneath the shoulders, the knees right beneath the hips. We're pulling abs in, and just to warm up a little bit, we're going to start with these circles with the right knee. So we're drawing out and around, keeping that push through palms. Quite slow with this one, we're not in any rush. Let's connect to our breathing, making sure that we're breathing steady breaths. I'm going to do just another 2 in that direction, and then we reverse it. So we go upwards, out, around and down, up and out, around and down. Just looking down towards the hands. So we've got the forehead parallel to the mat. One more in that direction. And then we'll bring the knee in. Let's switch it. So we're hovering the knee off the mat. Nice slow circles. Bit of movement around that hip. Breath is flowing. And we're keeping the ears above the shoulders, watching out for sinking here. Gently drawing in the abdominals as well. Last one in that direction. And then we switch it. Up and out and down. Up and out and down. So it's as big as you can comfortably go. We might start to get a little bit bigger as the hip gets a little bit looser. Just one more there. Fab. And then we'll bring the hands back for a moment, just because it's a lot on the hands, we might want to give the wrists a little shake off. Okay, I'm going to get you to come back to hands though from here. So we'll be back to hands and knees, shoulders over hands. We're going to lift this right leg out to the side. So it's known as a fire hydrant. We take the knee out to the side and then back in from there. It's known as a fire hydrant because it's like a dog having a wee against a fire hydrant. So with this one, lift in as high as you can. See if you can keep the knee off the floor as you come back in. Lift. And a little hover of the knee off the floor as we draw that back in. We're going to do just 2 more. One more time with that one. And then we're going to add on a little bit to this. So we're going to lift, flex, bend and lower. Lift, flex, big push through the heel, and then coming back in. Lift, lengthen, bend, lower. Just 2 more. Lift, lengthen, bend and lower. One more time. We lift, lengthen, bend and lower. Ooh. Taking the hands back for a moment, giving the wrists a little shake off. We're about to do the other side. I'm going to turn around so we don't kick the wall. And back to hands and knees, please. So again, the shoulders are over the hands. We're pulling abdominals in, left leg this time. We draw out to the side and back in towards that other knee. Out to the side with the fire hydrant, back in from there. Don't worry if you're not lifting as high with this one. Big push through the hands. Seeing if we can keep the knee off the floor as we come back. So a little hover of that knee. And we'll do that one more time before we add the leg extension. So once again, we lift, lengthen, bend and lower. Lift, push through the heel, bend and lower. Lift, lengthen, bend and lower. 2 more. Up and out and in. Back in one more time. Lift, flex, bend and lower. And once again, let's walk the hands back, shake off those wrists, and we're going to come down onto our backs from here. So all the way down to your back. We're bringing the feet out nice and wide. So we're aiming for about the width of the mat here. We're coming up into our bridge. We're going to press the hips up towards the ceiling, squeezing the glutes at the top there, and let's just add some dips here. Dip and lift. Squeezing the bottom at the top, dip and squeeze. For 6. Make sure you're breathing. Arms relaxed. Weight between the shoulder blades. And last couple, dip and squeeze. One more time with that one. And we're just going to hold at the top, lifting the toes off the floor. So really digging into those heels is going to help engage the glutes a little bit more. We're breathing, holding steady for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do those dips again, keeping the toes lifted this time. Dip and squeeze for 5, for 4, 3, and 2. One more time, dip and squeeze, hold it there. 5, take a deep breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring that all the way back down to the floor. We're going to bring the feet in a little bit closer together from here. So our next one, we're going to lift the hips. We're bridging again, but we're going to lift the hips once again. We're going to open up the knees, bring the knees back in and lower. So we lift, open, close, and lower. Lift, open, close, and lower. For 3, up. For 2, that same squeeze of your glutes at the top. One more time, we lift, open, close, and lower that all the way back down. Let's just bring the knees in for a moment. Little cuddle of knees in towards the chest. We can give the legs a little shake off as well. And we're going to take a little roll onto our sides from here. So a little roll over. And then either resting on the arm or we can rest on the hand. And then we're going to lift this top foot. So the knees stay together, the top foot is lifted. Check out where your foot is. You're aiming to replace your foot with your knee. So we do a little push back and in. Push back and in. Now you could either bring the knee back to the knee or you can bring it down to the floor. Just it's a little bit of a bigger movement there. Squeezing the bottom as we push back. Very stable around the hips and the pelvis. Breath flowing. Let's do 3 and 2. And one more time with that one. And then we'll bring that foot back down to meet the other foot. And then we're going to go toes, knees, toes, knees, toes, knees. Just for 4. Toes, wide knees and then wide feet. 3, 2, one more time, toes and knees, and then once again we'll push back, squeeze and lower. Just 5, squeeze and lower. 4, the knee replacing the foot. Keeping that lifted foot. One more time. And then we draw back knee to knee, foot to foot. Let's do the same for the other side. Pushing off the ground, swinging the legs over to the other side, and drawing back down. Stacking the hips one above the other, either resting on the hand or resting on the elbow. So let's start with that one, lifting the foot, checking out where the foot is, knee replacing foot. We draw back, and either knee to knee, or we could, as we did before, bring the knee down to the mat there. Keeping the foot lifted away from the other foot. Squeeze each time you push back, just a couple more. And from here, we bring the foot down. We go toes, knees, toes, knees. Wide feet, wide knees. Or the way around, right? Wide knees, wide feet. For 3, for 2. And last one, and then again let's push that back, foot stays lifted. We push and lower, and push and lower. Big squeeze. And just for 2 more. One more time. Fab. And then we'll bring that back down from there. Let's once again come up to hands and knees then. So big push off that mat. Wiggle the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. So this time we're going to extend back the right leg. If it feels a lot on the wrist, you could always draw down to the elbows, to the forearms instead. So we're going to take this foot over. I'm going to come to elbows actually. And then we're going to lift. And it's drawing a big half circle. Or a rainbow. Kicking my plant, I'm going to wiggle forwards a little bit. So we go from the left to the right. And then up and over to the other side. Up and over. And the squeeze of the glutes through the top of that one. Stomach muscles pulling in. Nice and steady on that left leg. And one more time with that one. And then we'll bring that in from there. Let's switch. So the left leg goes back, we bring it out a little. Think about making a big half circle or a rainbow shape. If you prefer the idea of a rainbow shape. Lifting through the center, we squeeze. Left, right, left, right. Just a couple more there. One more time. Left to right and back to center. And we're going to come down to our stomachs from here. So let's make our way all the way down. Bringing the hands either under the chin or the forehead. We bring the feet a little bit further apart. And then we're going to bend the knees and bring the heels together, making this fishtail with the legs. Okay, so this one, we don't get a lot of lift, but we're pressing the heels towards the ceiling. It's bringing the knees off the mat. If you're on a hard surface, it might feel a little bit too much on the hips. So you could always roll your mat up a bit more, just to support those hips a little bit. We've got 4, 3, 2, and a 1. And then we lengthen out the legs from there. Okay, we're going to bring the feet apart a little bit. Draw the heels in, toes out, heels in, and then we lift and we beat the heels together. Keeping the feet and the knees off the floor, squeezing those glutes. Steady breathing again. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We lower. Take a moment, take a breath. We're going to do that again. Feet flexed, heels tapping, heels beating together. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And releasing back out from there. Hands under chest, toes tucked under, big push off the mat. We sit the bottom back to the heels, drawing the forehead down to the floor. Releasing the spine, take a deep breath here. And just one more breath there. And come and join me for a seat on your bottom. So that was a quick glute workout today. I would suggest repeating that video a couple of times round for a bit more of a workout. You can of course pause and do more repetitions than what I've been doing with you today, but that should have got a little bit of burn in those glutes. And if you have any suggestions for other workouts, do please let me know. Let's finish as we always do with 3 deep breaths, palms to ceiling, our inhale above the shoulders, and our exhale to release just for 2. Breathing in and breathing out, releasing one more. Breathing in above the shoulders and breathing out to release. Thank you very much for joining me.